Boy303 and welcome back to Pokemon Snakewood. I'm back. I say back, this is basically the first time we've been here and the first time we can properly explore it, but to the Island of Calm. And to people who have played this game, they will know how really super annoying that this area is. And just as a point, this Ralt right here is actually the Pokemon that I would like to make the third member of our team. That was a far more long-winded way of saying that than it needed to be. Right, I think the best thing I can hope for is Poison Sting not to do too much to it. And of course it leaves anyway. Well, that's a start. Right, there's a sign here, what does it say? Attention. If you see a blue-haired girl approximately 16 years old, report her to your superiors immediately. And there is no secret button as there is occasionally on signs. Right, as the names... oh my gosh. Yes, Pokemon do appear very frequently here. I'm guessing the encounter rate has been ramped up for some reason. Obviously, to offset the fact that its name is Island of Calm, it's probably the most infuriating part of this game if you have ever played it. Attention, do not steal berries from the boss's trees. If some vines... okay then, there are no berries there. And also, if I do run into another female Ralts or Curlier, I will be catching it because it is possible for the wild Pokemon to be up to level 31 here as well, so... that didn't really tie into the Curlier point, did it? Well done, Brain. You is smart. Chikorita seems happy here and it doesn't want to fight. And it's about the only thing in this game that doesn't. Right, as we head, I believe it's down here, there are caves and flowers. Everybody's favourite things mashed into one, cave flowers. Even though that sounds like some kind of hallucinogenic drug. I don't even know how I got onto that. But right, yes, it's basically... this whole area is basically one big maze that keeps looping around on itself, as you will soon see. But there is a medical kit here and another Inquisition dude. It's you, the one I've been told to watch out for. I'm guessing I'm that pink-haired... not pink? Blue-haired girl, even though it looks more like a hat than hair to me. But at any rate, I am just gonna, like, whiz through those regular Inquisition men, seeing as though they are basically the grunts and his eyeballs are tiny. I'm guessing that's why they look so weird if they're only 1 pixel. Attention, if you have forgotten the way into the base, please contact one of the advisors in the front rooms for information. Sure, this looks like a front room. Let's consult an advisor. Oh, stumped about how to get in, are we? Well, if you defeat all of us, the Inquisition's Deadly 7, then we might just tell you where the entrance is. Oh dear. And yes, this is the introduction of the Deadly 7 into Pokemon Snakewood. If you have played this game, you will understand my feelings towards them. And if you haven't played this game, and maybe you're just playing this for the first time, and if for some reason you're playing along with me, I don't know why you would be. But if you are playing for the first time, you're in for a wild ride. Grr, you caught me by surprise, but you won't beat the others. We Deadly 7 are tough. And yes, basically the thing of this area is basically defeating the Deadly 7. And, well, defeating the Deadly 7 so we can go further inland to save Glyce. And yes, I haven't done anything wrong. The game just is designed that way to kick you out once you've defeated each one of the Deadly 7 one by one. But, it's a male one. I don't like male Ralts for some reason. It's just personal choice, but I'm just going to whiz around here a bit, see if I can find a female one. But I assume I'll find literally everything but the thing I want. Yep, well, if it's going to be awkward, I'm just going to run off and continue here then. And this appears to be the second cave, so let us enter. Ooh, an item. Steal it. Because if that isn't your logic in video games, you're playing them wrong. I am the second of the Deadly Seven. You may, if so inclined, revere me. Joke's on you, I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll Google it after this. Maybe I'll say I will and forget, but eventually won't do it anyway. And yes, for pretty much the first time around you battle them, the Deadly Seven will only have 1 or 2 Pokemon, but as most rivals, they do slowly get... Oh no, well I've just ruined the surprise, they get tougher. But yes, this is a long and arduous process for this part of the game, as you do have to do this every time you defeat a member. And yes, I am going to be running through... No, I don't want a male routes. First world problems. I can only find male. I don't want a Weedle, believe it or not. Oh dear. And oh, there we go. Here's another. You know what? I'm not even bothering. Where are my Pokeballs? Throw an Ultra Ball at it. I just want to catch it now. Right. Did it work, please? Maybe? Yes, thank you. Oh, good, it worked. And yes, with that, we have added the 3rd member to our team. Ralts senses emotions of people using the horns on its head. This Pokemon rarely appears before the people, but when it does, it is super interesting apparently. Now I've thought in my head about the nicknames, and I'm going to be going with basically a theme from a TV show, and if you don't want... Whoopsie, well I didn't mean to do that. Well done, genius. Right, I'm gonna go back to where I was so you don't have to witness me running through that what'd-you-majigger maze again. And I have returned back from whence I came from accidentally teleporting. And as my first order of business, I'm apparently now a judge, and I dumped it off in the Pokemon Center. Well, I was going to use that Rage Candy Bar on Malia that we just caught there, but due to my obsessive storing things away, we're not. It is I, the 3rd of the Deadly Seven. Your winning streak ends here. Yes, I was just going to, my brain is fried. I was going to use the equivalent of the rare candy on Malia so she could just evolve into a Curlier straight away. And as you can witness here, we have another fake Pokemon in the form of Kenshiro, which is another Pokemon that I would be liking to add to my team when we do inevitably find them in, I think, the one place they appear in the wild. And if you've ever tried to catch one, you'll know how annoyingly difficult they are. So I'm probably going to end up hoarding Ultra Balls for the time when I do find them. So, oops. Ooh, I'm dying slightly, I do apologise. Oh, right, Clarice has an item, I forgot repeatedly, and we are paralysed again. Fantastic. There we go, that dealt with that. No, not the bag, I want Pokemon, and another... I'm really rolling in gold nuggets. Oh, that's a weird thought, you're just basically rolling in balls of gold. I mean, I'm sure someone somewhere has done that, and that has been a thing. And my guess is that it's probably on Tumblr, because if you can imagine it, it's probably on Tumblr. Right, mwahaha! You'd be right in thinking I'm the 4th of the Deadly Seven. Ready your wallet, because you're going down. Well, Mr. 4th dude, if you're anything compared to the last guys, this won't be too difficult. As long as it doesn't have this Trapinch doesn't have Arena Trap. It doesn't, good. But of course it has the awkward sand attack, which luckily does do nothing. Which I am pleased about, seeing as though it just awkward and scumbag tactics. Yes, they do. Each of them does words is hard. Each of them does say the same thing when they get defeated, so by me skipping over those, you're not missing anything, so don't worry. Weedles everywhere. I wouldn't mind. Well, actually, I was going to say I wouldn't mind if they're Caterpies, but then they'd be more difficult to take down, seeing as though Malia. Well, Malia wouldn't be super effective. Confusion and Psychic. Words. Yes, words is good in int day. And I've just gone into a dead end and an item I cannot get. Fantastic. So I was going to say let's zoom back around, but this Jigglypuff doesn't want us to. But I want us to, and my rule dominions over Jigglypuff. That was a weird sentence. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not even sure how or why it happened. It just happened. Deal with it. Right, we went in that one. So let's go in these two right next to each other. Of course, who else? You're that meddling brat. Well, as I, the 5th member of the Deadly 7, will soon put a stop to this. Now, I know my words are bad, but those words did not sound good as a whole sentence. Oh dear. Oh no. With astonish at that. There we go, I was right to switch out. And luckily Malia does get the level up, so maybe she will be of some use now that she's going to become a Curlier. Yes, and I know. Oh, I'm just going to skip it. I can't be bothered. And no, not the Pokédex. You're useful, but just not right now. Yes, there are stats if you're interested. The 6th member of the group known as the Deadly 7 has a propensity of talking about himself in the 3rd person. As annoying as these members of the Deadly 7 rival people are, they are basically my favourite people in this game. They do say funny things eventually, because basically writing for them, it seems like all of the effort of the writing in this ROM hack has gone into the Deadly 7. They are literally the best part of this game. Above all of the breaking and glitching and bugs, which we will no doubt run into eventually. And I've run into a puddle. Well done, me. Right, so I believe I will take down one more member of the Deadly 7, and then I will leave it here for this episode. And just as it so happens, there's this left. No, wait, did we go in this cave already? Did those two caves go to the same place? My brain is unable to comprehend simple memory, short-term memory tasks. Because I is good. And my grammar can work. What? Well done, brain. I'm proud of you, brain. That's a lie, I'm not. I'm so disappointed. Are there any more caves this way? There are not. That was a random Ralts cry there. And is there anything around here? Right, there's one more cave down here. So you made it all the way to me, the 7th member of the Deadly 7. Want to hear our secret? Then fight me. Oh dear. To be honest, I don't want to hear their secret, because as insane as they seem now, I can only assume how terrifying that their secret is going to be. Right, go back to the sign at the entrance, he said. I think. I wasn't paying too much attention. But there was also that one. Oh, really? Can't escape? Thank you, game, you suck. Right. I'm going to heal up and go into that other cave that I didn't go into, because even though that guy told me to go to a sign somewhere, I don't want to leave any of these caves untouched. Or unexplored, or whatever. Surprised? I'm the 8th member of the Deadly 7. Now, prepare to... No. What? No, you can't be. This is a new low for stupidity, even for this world. Still doesn't change the fact I'm now going to battle you. Okay then. And yes, if you haven't gathered, this is where the insanity starts to kick in. In that there are more... Oh, that did a lot more damage than I anticipated. Yes, the insanity comes in the form that there are more than 7 of the deadly 7. Because logic and reasons. I am the 9th member of the deadly 7? How do you guess? Is there any limit to your numbers? I'm not entirely certain. They don't seem as much deadly as much of a danger to themselves. Because with that level of insanity, I really wouldn't trust them. Right, oh, it's gonna use Draco Fear. Oh no. Now face our leader. But you said you didn't know how many of you there were. I said go face him. Okay then. Let's... Actually, no. Even though there was stuff outside, I want to heal just in case. In case we get strewn into some random battle. Hopefully when we walk out here... Ah, yes, I'm assuming this is the leader of the Deadly 7, whom the likes of which we will take on next time. See you then.